Hey there everyone, Witch Hazel again, and today I wanted to show you an idea I had about using art as spell crafting. So this is particularly for times when either you don't feel like writing out a spell, or it just doesn't seem practical or like the right mode to use. I have been experimenting with this idea of creating artwork in place of kind of traditional spell working. So, with that little brief introduction, I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what I've been working on, and you can let me know what you think. Okay, and here we have my experiment, and I don't have too much to show you, but I wanted to show you the actual work itself so you can get an idea of what I did. So my idea was I wanted to do something for the new moon, but I was in a funk, I was in the blues, and I just really did not feel like it. I didn't want to write out stuff, get herbs, get, whatever it was I potentially needed to mess with. And then I thought, what about, I had this picture in my head. So basically, normally when I do spell work, there's some aspect of visualization in there anyway. And this is what I would have visualized in my spell work. Now, as you can probably tell, I am no artist yet. I'm working on it. It's in my blood, I swear. But this was just kind of a quick and dirty experiment to see if I would like this, and I think I kind of do. So the idea was, okay, new moon. I'm working on the spell work for my house, and this is ongoing until the house sells. So this is just kind of an extremely rough sketch of my house and what it looks like, and I was envisioning this as basically the seed of my future, what's going to come in the future, because it's been kind of buried, nurtured, growing unseen for as long as I've had the house, basically. And now I'm finally ready to sell the house, and I believe that this will be the next growth of prosperity for me. So let's see, we have for the new moon, and what I decided to do was I thought this needed to be done in parts, so I started with just the house as the seed. Under the ground, sprouting roots, just kind of, I'm thinking not percolating, there's a word for that, yeah, it's one of those days all my words fail me, but you guys know what I mean, right? Just becoming, rather than, it's not there yet, but it is working on it. It is growing silently in the background. And then that's what I worked on then for the new moon. Once we went into a waxing moon phase, that's when I added in the growth, the plant, and this as the visualization of my future growth, the prosperity and beauty that's going to start to appear now because of the house. Now, what I haven't decided yet is if I theoretically should continue this on into the waning and back to the new moon, full, waning, and back to new. And what I could do, although I didn't leave a very good spot for it, but for the full moon, for example, I would add maybe a flower somewhere. There's a bright flower part of the plant. For the waning moon, I could potentially add obstacles or pests to the plant, moving away from it. So if it's like some sort of a bug that would, or a caterpillar or something that would normally eat the leaves, I have it moving away from the plant, and add that in during the appropriate moon phase. And then by the time we get back down to the new moon, if this work is not complete yet, as a spell work, I now have the piece of art as a mandala or focal point that I can continue to use unless I want to do something else. I could use it as a visual focus for a meditation, for continued visualization, and again I would focus in on that part of the artwork that is associated with what I'm trying to do at that particular phase of the moon. So this is the idea, and in case anyone is curious, the paints I used actually are just Winsor & Newton Cotman colors, just the small pan. And the black, actually, for some reason, I didn't like the idea of black paint, but I remembered that I use fountain pens. I had ink, and I have a Pelikan Edelstein, but in a black or onyx, whatever they call it. I used this one, Diamine. I believe this is called Onyx Black. And this is the more watery of my inks, and it was kind of interesting using that. The only thing though is it does become very wet and smudgy again when adding the other colors. I had to be careful about that, but again, I'm not really good with the artwork, so it didn't really matter to me at the moment. I didn't know this, I added this in later. This lighter dark color here is when I re-wet the ink, and I thought that was really rather interesting. I like how that turned out. It looks rather strange, but I kind of like it. So, okay, enough of me rambling. Hopefully you get the idea, and let me head back to the other side of the camera and do a quick little conclusion. Alright, thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed my little delve into artistic creativity, such that it is. And please do let me know if this is something that you do. It was kind of an aha moment for me, but I'm sure some of the more artistically adept witches out there have probably been doing this for ages. So if so, let me know, and let me know if you have any videos I would love to watch. Otherwise, blessed be, and talk to you again soon. Bye.